Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Friday the 31st of May 2024. So the last day of the week, the last trading day of the week and the last trading day of the month as well. But yesterday US stocks continued to decline despite soft yields post GDP revisions. And US stock slide continues despite bond relief rally ahead of today's PCE. So speaking of economic news, let's have a look, see what we've got in store for today. And we kick off in Europe at 10 a.m. with the CPI flash estimate. That's the core. It's to be released at 10 year on year and forecast at 2.7, previous 2.7. So nothing of any great shakes there. They're also going to release the flash estimate as well at the same time. 2.5, small increase from 2.4 is estimated there. And then across to the US for the PCE price index, again inflationary data across the board today, including the PMI, which is out at 245. Right, let's have a look at the declining markets again from yesterday, but I think you'll find there's some support coming in. And also, as I spoke of in yesterday's alert when the market was down early, don't be surprised if they bring it back, and that's what they did. So let's move along and have a look and kick off with the Dow. And starting off with the Dow, you can see there wasn't so much of a sell-off because the market put in demand in between the 78 and 89% retracement, and overnight prices starting to move back. And if we look at the 30-minute chart, you can see it was a very choppy session, more so than a declining one. The decline happened the previous night or the early part of the evening, late session after the close. And yesterday the market's reaction was just to trade sideways, and it's starting to move higher. It's above the low of yesterday as well, which you can see there in the daily chart. In the German DAX, similar picture, down at 62% retracement. Didn't get down to the 50 EMA we spoke of yesterday. Prices moving up on the overnight there as well. In the 30-minute chart, as I said yesterday in the alert, just to again reiterate what I mentioned a few moments ago, when we looked at the pre-market session yesterday morning, I said don't be surprised if they try and bring the market back above the low. We've got all the doom and gloom news, and what it does, it's wrong foots traders. They go short thinking, well, we're going to have another down day. But there you go, there's the reality. They reversed the market and brought it all the way back. And overnight, the market is above the close in the DP and way above the low as well. So if we go back to the daily chart, you'll see prices starting to move higher. And what I'll be looking for here is yesterday's high. So we'll just bring this down a bit. There's the high. That's what the market's going to be gunning for during today. It's the last trading day of the month, and it's important. They tend to bring the market back to the upside during those days, particularly as if it's the end of a quarter as well, which it's not. But again, if they can bring the books to a positive at the end of the trading month, then they will do this any way, shape or form that they can. In the S&P 500, down to 78% as well. Again, demand coming into the market. Prices also off the lows, despite having tested these on the overnight market as well. Yesterday, the market up, then the cash market kicks in, volatile, S&P down, but then the market brought back overnight. But needs to get above the close and the 20-bar moving average in the 30-minute time frame there. In the FT100, a big bounce off the 89% retracement. You can see the volume there as well, and it's green. Market is also oversold, so looking to turn around and bring it back up. There you can see we've got the market coming straight through the low after 8 a.m. and then continuing that rise all the way through the odd red bar where prices have closed below the 5 MA. But again, you can see the market now heading towards yesterday's high for the FT100. US dollar reversal yesterday, which is odd because I haven't looked at this until this morning, but given the fact that the silver and gold price were hammered yesterday, I was assuming that the dollar would continue to move higher, but obviously not. So a bit of jiggery-pokery going on in the metals markets yesterday and overnight as well. Silver has been hammered to the downside, but depends whether it will hold the $30, but I'm getting ahead of myself there. US dollar sideways. And you can also see that price is a touch of green there on the overnight. So let's have a look at the metals for yesterday. And starting off with silver, as I said, the dollar got clouted yesterday, and so did silver as it was moved to the downside. It's also moved down on the overnight as well, which you can see there in the 30-minute. We're below the low of yesterday. as well. Prices struggling yesterday. Lunchtime, the London fix up and then crushed to the downside, and like I say, crushed on the overnight as well. Need to get back above yesterday's low in order to move higher. In the gold market, stuck in a sideways range, but a bit more positive than silver, as you can see on the overnight, nowhere near yesterday's low. So that's changed the look of the gold silver ratio as well, which we'll look at now. So as I mentioned before, well, the last few days about 73 for the gold silver ratio. You can see we're 75.50, and in the daily you can see that we've already ramped up yesterday. So silver hammered disproportionately to gold, and if we go back to that monthly chart, you will see what I mean when we were looking at these levels yesterday, down at that 73 sort of area. The market now coming off that. It's got to break through this to continue to move lower and go back to the next lows in the gold silver ratio, down at 62, somewhere around that area. What is the 62.20 I think is the sort of area we're looking at. 62.20, but a long way to go for that, and a lot can happen in between as well. Right, let's have a quick look at yesterday's market action. Wasn't overly exciting, but nonetheless, let's have a quick look at that, and also the overnight DAX in a bit more detail. So yesterday the markets were lower as I was recording the market alert, and that's when I said watch out for prices coming back towards the low. They did this in the pre-market, but once the futures opened, and then the market traded sideways and then managed to launch itself to the upside, breaking through the low, the close, the 200 MA, and then reversing all of the averages in the right order. As you can see there, prices continuing to move to the upside, as you can see there. No surprise at all. And then we've got the decline down in the mid-morning, and then ready for the US news. Market bounces on the US news, and then we get into the afternoon session where prices once again started to move higher, waiting for the news and then reacting to that news. We had a potential sell signal. The weakness came into the Dow. This broke the BRN and down to the 200 MA, where you can see them buying back in at this level. So let me just move this forward a bit more. You'll see this bar, it's got green inside of it because they brought back in at that 200 MA. Ideal place to lock in profits and take profits. As you can see, the 200 MA becomes a support. Not only that, but you get a retracement before the market is then attempting to move back up. But we then move into the final part of the trading session, and the market moving back to the upside there, back above the DP for a while, and the psychological level as well as it moved into the evening. So again, you can see how useful these levels are. You've got the 200 MA there supporting this market, up, down, up, then we retest, and then another retest there before the market moving and continue to move to the upside. So overnight prices coming off the DP and the 200 MA in the 2-minute chart, just as we saw yesterday. So a bit of support around there at the moment. Also the close of yesterday as well, the market coming off this as well. So watch this level, and if I just compress the chart slightly, as we mentioned earlier, you can see we've got the high not too far away as well. It's currently 7 a.m, so the futures are about to open for this market. But don't be surprised if they try and bring the market to the upside today, last trading day of the week and also the month as well. Right, that's it for this one. So have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. So that's it for this one. Have a great day, weekend too, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.